I was gonna take the weekend off. I really was, but I felt guilty and I remembered I have a clip of Gabriel Varga explaining his strategy for maintaining his cardio during a fight. After sparring, he asked me if I wanted him to share that, and I was like, duh, yes, absolutely. While Gabriel was here, he was so generous with his time and his energy. He worked with a bunch of my fighters, he sparred with everybody, gave them an opportunity to practice things, and in the spirit of giving, I was inspired by Gabriel, who is a 6-time world champ, recently won on Karate Combat, and slummed it down here in Myrtle Beach with us, and I thought I would just share this with you.
Presents after that. Presents. Throw some shit and get present. Jab. Take care. Get care. There you go. Jab. Take up right away.
Nice.
Show straight. There we go. Next one. I'm scared. Go. Busy shit. Thank you. Break that one. There you go. Break him down. Let's go. Yeah, let me get that off. I got it. Nothing's doing is like complicated. I thought it was gonna be, but it's really not. But you can just do it forever and faster and better than you can. That's what's on that.
Yeah, so there's no massive secret to it. There's only 2 things that I realized a while ago. I was like, in my fights I'm out cardioing everybody, and even though that's not a great game plan, like that should not be the only game plan, but it's a good game plan. It's for the beginning, right? Test out their cardio. If I go, I'm beating them after like the 2nd round and they have better cardio. My buddy told me years ago, cardio is king. You can be the better fighter, but if your cardio gives up before theirs, it doesn't matter how good you are. So I went, okay, my cardio needs to be really darn good. And as it got better, I learned there's 2 things that I'm doing pretty much that'll help me be able to go and go. If you're one of those people who do 5 rounds and you're like, I'm really tired. So number 1, making sure that when I go for my runs, I'm actually going at the same pace as the sparring. Sparring's up, and there's a break. Right? I'm in, and then I'm out. I'm on a break. So if you go for a 10K run, in my opinion, it doesn't replicate the normal sparring that you do, because sparring is not like that. So I try to make sure that my runs are always done in the same format, that sparring is up, down. Lots of breaks, lots of 1-minute breaks. Interval, like sprint here, jog back, sprint there, jog back, do that like 10 times, take a 3-minute break, or 1-minute break, go to my next drill. Next drill might be 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, then I take a 1-minute break, then I go to my next drill. There's just lots of stop and go. But the other thing that I noticed is a lot of people tire out even when they have good running cardio against me. And it's mostly, I think...
Oh my God!
It's mostly, I think, because of my energy management. So when I'm going here, let's say it's a fight. This is 100%. That's my 100% pace. Out here is my 0. I'm like really doing nothing. I'm just taking my time, I'm assessing, I'm gauging, I'm thinking. My defense. That's the part that's sort of the trick to me. What is your energy output on defense? If your energy output is, let's say 100%, 80%, when somebody's throwing it, you're like, then this is 100%, and this is close to 100%, so probably 75% of the fight, you only get 25% of the fight is break, 75% is work. So you need to push your defense to the point where everything you do defensively is like 25% energy. So when you guys see me, the only time I'm getting tired is if I'm doing this, if I'm out here blocking, if I'm here moving, I'm recovering. Recovery, go. Recover, go. And that's the only trick that I really have for why I can keep going and going. My defense is taking in a break. Whereas a lot of times people ask them, like, what are you doing on defense? They're like, I'm so scattered and I'm putting out energy and I'm getting tired in defense. I'm like, it shouldn't be that. So if that's the case, you might come over for a moment. You just put her back up against the wall and you just throw shots at me. And I should be able to do this for an hour. This is not tiring. This is just me resting. I can talk, I can rest, but now when I go, that's when I go hard. So if you guys are going, when I finish my rounds, I'm so tired, it's because you're putting too much energy out, mostly because you're probably putting too much energy out during your defense. That's my opinion. So if I ever need to recover, and I'm like, oh shoot, I want to recover, but I don't want to show this guy I'm tired, I'm not going to run. As soon as I start doing this, you're like, oh fine, I'm coming. So I'll just stand here. Okay, I'm on break. I'm on break. Maybe I'll be able to take a little bit more. I'll throw a shot or two back to let them know, okay, I'm still in this. I'm never going to fully back up and run because you're going to know.
Yeah.
So I just need to make sure this defense is really, really comfortable so I can relax during it.
You're building in the recovery in the defense.
Yeah, that's it.
Good for judging.
Yeah.
Judging.
Yeah, it doesn't look. He's not showing any.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
poker face.
Yeah.
You can be tired as heck, but if you just stand here.
Did you get tired today?
All right. Thanks, Zach. Thanks, Zach. Seth actually has some bullshit that he wants us to do, but I kind of think it's all of us beating the shit out of Seth at the same time. Anybody that's interested, inside. Yeah, inside. Put your little gloves on.
This was never supposed to be a YouTube video. This was never meant to be a YouTube video. But during this weekend, there was just so much gold that got dropped from everybody that was there. You've seen a bunch of the videos that we've made and they were all great, but we also spent a ton of time together, sharing meals, watching UFC, and having a lot of fun. But there was also a lot of workshopping. There was a lot of sharing of wisdom. There was a lot of fellowship and mentorship. And while I can't share everything that came out of the more workshoppy portions of the weekend, I wanted to give you something. And if that's too complicated, you can just do this. Max, run around with the camera. Zoom in and out, put it in and out. This is totally it.
That's it. Alright, so I guess what we're gonna do is I'll fight 2 people and then 3 people and 4 people and 5 people. You pick who it is, I guess.
Oh, you want me to be like sort of a sommelier?
And I think that a lot of these guys in here,
A sommelier of
everybody
violence?
in here is trained.
That's my emo album.
Sommelier of violence.
Band name called it.
Yeah.
Body into it in one shot. But he'll do it from here, straight to the soul.
Is that anything like? Gabriel's good. He's good at he's framing himself up. He's like he's dropping that hand so you can see his face. You're doing a great job. Yeah. What a nerd. No, look, look. I would put
I know it's orange, but that doesn't mean it doesn't hurt.
We're not doing this. All the stuff is in here. This is a sponsored bit for a video.
you.
Do whatever you want with them. We could go get blue guns. Do you want me to get blue guns? Put those in the boxes. Put them in the boxes.
Those are red.
This says not a toy. Misuse may cause serious injury.
Yeah. Come on, we're burning late. Here, use these. No, because you're gonna think the whole time I'm gonna do something to you.
Oh, do you want to do the ad read for this?
Oh no, this video isn't for this.
Oh,
This has nothing to do with this.
did you just pull this out?
This was just smoke and mirrors to get you to follow me around the corner. This is a totally separate video. It has nothing to do
You
with this.
even swapped this.
Yeah, I was like, oh, you're worried because you know I was gonna try to do something.
I figured it had
So I
something to do with
I gave it.
Well, when I walked around, I was like, why is he just standing there? And as I was getting closer, I was like, he's still not moving.
I'm committed to the bit.
I hate this job.